in terms of numbers.
But aside from laziness as well, it's obviously made us very antisocial. That's the other.
That's what I disagree with.
Yeah, I think it's made. Do you know why I say I think it's made us antisocial? I'm going to ask you after why you think it's the opposite. From a personal point of view, even the basics of someone just talking to you. When was the last time you spoke to someone or you watched a film with someone and they haven't checked their phone within that period of time? Like, let's say for that hour of a film or even just having a conversation. And the reason why I say that is like, I speak to my wife. I do it. You're doing it now. Look at you. Look at him. He's playing with his phone now. Like, my wife will be speaking to me, for example, and I'll be scrolling on my tweets. On my Twitter, sorry. And as I'm scrolling, I'm listening to what she's saying, and then something about Arsenal will come up, and immediately my attention is here. You should get that look of guilt on his face.
Why is that even on loud?
Look at him. We're literally talking about being distracted by your phone. This guy's watching videos.
That's so bad.
But there you go. That was basically what I was going to allude to. Thank you for my TED talk.
Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing.
But literally, he literally just summed up what I was just about to say. We get distracted way too easily, and I think that's what makes us antisocial. Even in social settings, I think we don't.
In the rave,
even in social settings, where
we're holding up. We're not even caring about enjoying the moment. It's about I want everyone else that's not here to know that I'm in a party, half enjoying myself, even if it's a dead rave. Because I've seen some of my friends and I cussed them after. I'll be like, bro, that rave looked dead, but you tried to make it look live. You're the only one that was dancing. Why are you trying to make it look live? If it's dead, it's dead. And you don't need to record it, but it's just become a norm. It's become the norm now where everyone does the selfie with the hand up in the air, with the phone in their hand, showing maybe 2 or 3 man, and there's always one drunk guy that's burping in your eye.
Which is another thing altogether, not enjoying the moment. But in terms of it being an antisocial or something that encourages antisocial behaviour, I'm interested for Ade to kind of explain why he thinks that's not the case.
Yeah, actually I want to hear this.
I don't think it's antisocial. The reason being is probably how I'm measuring social interaction. And because of that, I think it's hyper-social, and that's also a problem. So I don't think it's like everything's fine or better. I think it's a case of hyper-social interaction. And that's why people are recording videos instead of enjoying the moment, because they are engaging in a social. They're going to share it with a society. Others, they're like a microcosm of society. Yeah. It's still a social interaction.
Fair.
Like when you're on Twitter, most people aren't following nobody. They're following at least 1 or 2 people and interacting with those people in their microcosm of society. So it's still a social interaction. That's why I would say it's not that people aren't withdrawing from social interactions. They're becoming less personable because they're having less in-person social interactions. And that's why you might be talking to someone and they're on their phone, because that's an impersonable thing. You shouldn't do that in the middle of an in-person interaction.
Like I just did.
But you will, because that's
shame on you.
But you will, because that's now the norm of social interaction. Now we do more social interaction online generally, not everyone, but generally. So it would logically follow that you would prioritize that now.
Yeah, so, I think that's a good way to correct it. You're right. Actually, it doesn't make us antisocial. I've just learned a new word. It makes us hyper
social.
You need to make sure you copyright that word. Yeah. It makes us hyper.
Is that a real thing? Is that a real word?
I'm using the word hyper in its normal, normal trait. It's a hyphen.
It probably is. It probably is a thing.
But it makes sense. You're right, because when you think about the word antisocial, I would imagine the definition would be